Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Knowledge. This video is about 10 of the rarest and most expensive stamps of the world. First stamp is British Guiana 1 cent Magenta 1856. Its value is around $9.48 million. It is also called the Mona Lisa of philately. This stamp was printed out of a desperate need. The British colony needed stamps and could not wait for fresh stamp to arrive from England. Now the local publisher of Official Gazette printed a stock of 1 cent stamp for the newspaper and 4 cent stamp for the letters. These stamps were octagonal in shape and they were printed on low quality magenta paper. On them there was a sailing ship and the motto of colony, Demus Petimus Q Vicisum, which means we give and we seek in return. This was printed in black. Now, not many people knew of this stamp until a 12-year-old boy discovered it in 1873 and sold it for about 6 shillings, which is about $10 now. Now, today this stamp is the world's rarest and most valuable. This is Treskilling Yellow, Sweden, 1855. Its value is around $2.6 million. It is also known as 3 shilling Benko error of color. It is priced because of a color error. This stamp was meant to be green, but due to a printing error it came out yellow. Now only one specimen of this stamp is known to be in existence. Related story about this stamp is that a school student, George William Beckman, pulled this stamp out of his grandmother's garbage bin in 1885. A year later he sold it for 6 kroners to a local dealer. Now currently this stamp is in collection of Count Gustav Douglas, a Swedish aristocrat, billionaire businessman and a politician. Now this is Sicilian error of color 1859. Its value is $2.6 million. It is considered to be the most expensive Italian stamp. It is so valuable because of several reasons. First of all, it is error of color. Originally it was yellow, but for some reason there was also a blue stamp released in 1859. Now today only 2 such stamps remained in existence. They were exhibited first at the Manchester Philatelic Exposition in 1899. Then stamps were separated sometime before the private treaty sale in Italy, in which it was a portion of fairy collection. Now the second reason that explains its rarity is that the stamp is very old but is preserved in a very fine condition. Sicily error of color was sold for about 1.8 million euro, that is for about $2.6 million at the Dreyfus sale on June 10, 2011. The auction house said that the stamp was sold to an online bidder in the United States who was described by a spokesman as based in France. The fourth one is blue and red penny Mauritius 1847 and the value is $2 million. These are housed in Blue Penny Museum, Codden Waterfront, Port Louis, Mauritius. Now these were printed on September 21, 1847 in 2 denominations, an orange red 1 penny and deep blue 2 pence. The penny stamps depict the face of Queen Victoria and these were the first British Empire stamps which were printed outside the Great Britain. Now they were engraved by Joseph Osmond Bernard, who was born in England in 1816 and stowed away on a ship to Mauritius in 1838. Now although these locally produced stamps have a distinct primitive character, they made Bernard's name immortal in the postal history of Mauritius. In 1993, a cover bearing both these stamps were auctioned for about $3.8 million. Now this is Baden 9 Kreuzer error 1851 and its value is 1.31 million euros. Now Baden's first postage stamp was issued on 1 May 1851. The 9 Kreuzer green stamp was a color misprint of the 9 Kreuzer denomination that was printed in green instead of pink. The green color was intended for the 6 Kreuzer value, but apparently the paper sheets were mismatched. Only 3 cancelled copies and 1 unused copy of this error are known, but more sheets of paper may have been printed. The cancellation recorded have the number 4 for the H run, 41 for the Ettenheim, and 106 for the Oscherweier, today which is known as Melberg. Now 2 of the known copies are on the letters. At number 6 is Inverted Jenny 1918. Its price is $1.35 million. It is also known as Upside Down Jenny or Jenny Invert. It is a 24-cent United States postage stamp and was first issued on May 10, 1918. In this, the image of the Curtiss JN-4 airplane in the center of the design is printed upside down. Now, only one pane of 100 of the invert stamp was ever found, making this error one of the most prized in philately. To mark the 95th anniversary of this printing error in 2014, the US Post Office released several million sheets of inverted Jenny stamp. Next is the 3C George Washington B. Grill 1867. Its price is $900,000. This is rose pink in color and bear the face of George Washington, who is the first president of United States. Now, neither color nor the inscription makes this stamp remarkable. Its back is what is unusual. There is a B grill pattern on the back, which is very similar to the Z grill pattern which is featured on the Benjamin Franklin stamp. Now, the grill pattern was not added for the aesthetic reason. Rather, the waffle-like pattern was included to catch or avoid fraud. There are only 4 3-cent George Washington with B grill stamps in existence. Next is the Tiflis Stamp 1857. The price is $700,000. It originated from the city of Tiflis, which is now Georgia, and this stamp is also known as Tiflis Unique. It is one of the oldest surviving stamp of the Russian Empire. Now, if one did not know it for a stamp, one would look at its metal sheet and embossed lettering and assume it was a metal book plate. It is this aesthetic novelty that makes Tiflis Unique so special. There are only 5 of these stamps in existence. Next is the Hawaiian Missionaries 1851, and the value is $600,000. In 1851, the Kingdom of Hawaii issued its first stamp in 2, 5 and 13 cent valuation. Since it was predominantly used by Christian missionaries, these stamps came to known as Hawaiian Missionaries. There was nothing so unusual about these stamps except that they were printed on thin paper that tore easily. Not many Hawaiian missionaries survived the wrath of time, but the well-preserved ones are highly sought after by collectors. The most invaluable are the 2-cent stamps used for newspaper circulation, of which only 15 exist. Now, the last stamp is the Whole Country's Red 1968. Its price is $475,000. It was issued in 1968 during the Cultural Revolution of China. Now, this stamp is famous for its error printing. It depicts a red map of China with a worker, a farmer, and a soldier holding the selected work of Chairman Mao. The stamp was of an 8 fen, roughly about 1 US cent denomination. Though the stamp has the Whole Country's Red emblazoned on it, the island of the Taiwan was left in white. Now, the stamp was available only for half a day because it was withdrawn as soon as the error was noticed. An unmounted The Whole Country's Red stamp was sold for about $1.5 million at a 2018 auction. Okay friends, thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and take care.